Ready?
I'm ready.
All right. What's going on, friends? Welcome back to Minute Monday, except it's on Tuesday this time. A couple of days ago, I was in Dallas, Texas. Well, I'm in Dallas, Texas right now, visiting some family and helping my sister move and all of that jazz. But today, I thought it would be a really fun idea to pose the question to you guys to ask my dad questions about me. So I hit you up on Twitter and I hit you up on YouTube. I think I've deleted that video by now. To ask questions. My dad doesn't know the questions, so this is going to be the first time he's going to hear them, and I will ask them to him and he'll tell them to either me or you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. The first question is from my friend Adam Legg. He is from Alaska. Good friend of mine.
Cool.
And Adam asks, what is the most embarrassing story you have about Colin that you would like to share with the world?
Well, we lived in a small West Texas town when Colin was about 9 years old, and he and a friend were out in the backyard doing fireworks, and there was a burn ban on, and so some crazy lady on the next block reported it to the police, and so the police car came to our front door, and the guy got out and he was real nice about it, and went around the block and looked, and of course the boys came running through the house. The little boy that crossed the street ran through the front yard, out the door, across the house. Colin came in, the policeman came to the door, and when the policeman came in and Colin came in, he did this. He was under arrest. It was great. We all laughed. We had fun. He doesn't think he did that, but he really did.
That didn't happen.
Yes, it did happen.
Fake news. Okay, question number 2 is from my friend Joe. Joe lives in Ireland.
Ooh.
Joe wants to know why you named me Colin.
Why we named you Colin? Well, Bloodworth is a very English name, and we wanted to try to keep the kids in that vein. His sister's name is Lauren. His younger brother's name is Graham, spelled with the English spelling, and we really liked Colin, and I think it fits him well.
Next question is from my friend Drayden in Portland, and Drayden wants to know, let's do, I don't know if I want you to explain this or not. Yes or no answer. Did you spank me?
Yes.
The next question is from Hannah, and Hannah is from Portland. Hannah wants to know, does Colin have any nicknames we don't know about?
Probably none that we could say on camera.
Whoa.
No, seriously.
There's something you call me.
We call him Mr. Bub.
Mr. Bub.
So when you see him in downtown, if somebody hollers, "Hey, Mr. Bub," he'll know who it is.
My friend Liam. Liam is from England. Liam wants to know, has your dad seen your vlogs, and which is your favorite?
Yes, I have. We grew up in Southeast Texas, and so all of the countryside in Portland is just, to us, very breathtaking. It's a beautiful place. I think my favorite one, though, is the Whataburger blog, and if you haven't seen that one, you need to watch it.
I'll link it over here.
Do what?
Oh, there's a little thing that'll pop up in the corner and you can click it.
Okay, the Whataburger blog.
The Whataburger blog, okay.
It is epic.
Michelle from Portland wants to know, when have you been the most proud of Colin?
There has never been a time when I haven't been the most proud of Colin.
That's the right answer. Nick from Portland wants to know, what is Colin's greatest talent?
Colin's greatest talent, I think, is to be able to visit with and talk to and understand people. He's always been a people person. He's been very outgoing his whole life, and so I think that's his greatest asset.
Great answer. Okay, Tori, your daughter-in-law, my brother's sister. Brother's sister? That would be my sister. Yeah, oh, this is going to take some editing. Tori, your other daughter-in-law
that would be
wants to know, what is a thing that Colin didn't learn until later on in life? So what is something that maybe I learned as a kid, but I learned wrong, and then you had to explain it to me later on in life correctly? Yeah.
I have no idea.
Sorry, Tori, we tried. All right, now on to the YouTube comments. Thanks for those, everybody. The first one comes from Jordan and Katie, they're from Ohio. They're actually maybe coming to visit us in February in Portland. Jordan and Katie want to know, did Colin have any goofy habits or words he used to say really weird? I know I had goofy habits because I probably still do them. What? My mom is off camera and has a comment.
What?
What is that?
About the Yankees.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Okay, Colin was about 4 years old, and he was in the back seat of the car, and we picked up a pastor friend of mine in Beaumont, and so Colin was just learning to converse with people, so he leaned over the seat, and he looked at Uncle Scooter and said, "Hey, Uncle Scooter, how about those Yankees?" I thought Scooter was going to fall out of the car. He was laughing so hard. You remember that?
I mean, I don't remember it, but I remember the story.
It was funny.
Jordan also wants to know, does Colin have any funny names for common items?
Well, nothing that I can think of that he came up. We have a lot of family strange things that came from the mist of time. One of them, the funny word is foodaddle. I don't know where it came from. My daddy taught it to me, and I guess his daddy taught to him. Anyway, that is a crazy word that means we just go hang out and do crazy things on Saturday or any other time just because, and it was fun to get to do them together. I think it's more of a togetherness thing than anything. But that used to be a really big thing with Colin and with, well, all three kids. But if I said, okay, let's go foodaddling, well, they were ready to go and hop in the car.
Next two questions are going to be from Down Under.
Rock?
I'm so sorry. First one is from Chris, and Chris said, "Hi, Colin's dad."
Hi.
Nice. When Colin was a kid, did he have any friends you thought might be a bad influence on him?
His sister?
Ooh.
No, I can't think of any. I can't think of any right offhand that would have been a bad influence on him. Yeah, I think it was the other way around. I think he was a good influence on a lot of other people.
You're too kind. Next question, also from Australia, is from Tom. Tom wants to know, what do you think of the vlog channel? And he asks, what do you like about the vlog channel?
I think it's really unique. It's a whole new medium that I, of course, obviously being 66, I was never involved in or even privy to until Colin started doing this. I like it because we don't get to see him as often, you know, being 2,000 miles apart. And it gives us weekly, we can tune in and find out what's happening with he and with Kasha. It's just fun to see.
Next question, similar to the one Michelle asked previously, is from my friend River. River used to live in Chicago. We met at a YouTube convention in Seattle, and we kept up through that. And then he and his wife recently moved from Chicago to Portland.
Ooh.
So we are now friends in real life, as the kids say. River asked, similar to what Michelle said, what is your most proud moment of Colin? But you might have...
I think I can't ever think of a time when I wasn't proud of Colin. Proud of all three of them, actually.
There's not three of me, to clarify. There's three children that he has.
That's right. Sorry.
Can you imagine if there was three of me? Oh, boy. I'd be really productive, though. Joel is from Seattle, and Joel asks, when Colin was younger, did he use or play around with or like cameras and photography?
No, when he was younger, it was baseball cards and the Atlanta Braves.
And Legos.
And Legos. Oh, yes. Lots and lots of Legos.
Yeah. Sorry, Joel. The photography and videography and camera stuff is fairly new within the last few years. Joel also wants to know, am I more like you or like Mom?
I think a little bit of both. Personality-wise, outgoing-wise, probably more like me. Thoughtful-wise, and just the way that he goes about dealing with people, probably his mother.
I agree with that. Next question from Sean. Sean lives in England. Sean wants to know, what is your funniest memory of me as a kid?
The funniest memory. Well, there was the time he stood up in the bathtub and threw up all over the place. That was fun.
What? I don't know this story.
Oh, sure you did.
What was I throwing up about?
Well, you were sick, and you hollered at us and said, I need to get out, and it was too late. And it was in the bathtub. And it was late at night, and I had to clean it out. It was really nasty.
So, lesson here is don't have children.
No,
there we
that's
go.
not what I said. No.
The next question is from John, and John lives in, John, correct me, I think New Jersey. I think he's from New Jersey.
Okay.
John wants to know, what was Colin like growing up?
He was an avid sportsman. He knew more about the Braves than I think the Braves knew about the Braves. He loved to play baseball. He loved to play basketball. He did little dribblers. He did little league. It was pretty much all baseball. We threw the baseball in the backyard a lot of hours when he was growing up.
Yeah, we did. Some of my favorite memories were when he would get tired, and I would be like, "Let's do it again," or "Let's go longer," and then I would try to impress him by throwing the ball as hard as I could, and it would hit him like right in the palm, and he'd be like, "Ow!" That's right. I remember that.
That's right.
Next question is from Ryan. Ryan lives in a very remote part of Canada, and I cannot remember which province it is. Ryan, I'm very sorry. Ryan wants to know, how much does Colin like coffee?
Next to breathing, probably about as much as anybody I know, except his younger brother, perhaps.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Next question is from Kathy. Kathy wants to know, did Colin ever get into trouble or cause you problems when he was in high school? In parentheses, she said, he seems like a fine gentleman now. Just wondering if he was always that way, and congratulations to you for raising such a good man.
Well, thank you, Kathy. It's all due to his mother.
She typed that.
There was nothing that I could ever remember in high school or junior high or elementary school. I think he was pretty much on the beam the whole time.
Next question is from Adam. Adam is from Ohio. He's also a worship leader.
Cool.
Church. Adam wants to know, what is something Colin did when he was little that drove you crazy? If you don't have an answer for this, I think I have an answer.
Okay, go ahead, because I have no answer.
I was notoriously bad at cleaning my room.
Oh, yes, okay, yes. He was notoriously bad at cleaning his room. I don't know about now, but he was then.
Adam also has a second question.
Okay.
Do you have any funny stories from when I was a kid that you might never have shared with me?
I don't know funny stories. I think that every time that I saw him comfort a friend, and he did that a lot, especially when he was playing baseball. He would be the first one to go congratulate somebody if they did well, or he would be the first one to put his arm around a guy if he hadn't done well. He just has he had a real soft heart and a real sweet spirit all the time. All boy, but a very tender heart. And that, I think, was the best part.
The last question, it comes from, you're going to have to forgive me because I don't know how to pronounce this, Bandy Man, QA Bandy Man, something like that. He's been a viewer for a long time,
cool.
Actually. Hello, Colin's father. Tell us your fondest memory of raising Colin, the first thing that pops into your head.
His soft heart, his sweet spirit, his willingness to do what we ask.
All right, well, I think that's all the questions that I got. If I didn't answer your question directly, it's because it was probably a duplicate. But thank you for posing those questions anyway. We actually have to get all of this stuff packed up, go to lunch, and then go to the airport. And I'm going home. They're driving home. My brother's going home. My sister's already home because we moved her. But thanks as always for stopping by the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. Drop a comment, and if you ever see my dad, make sure to tell him hello. Remember, as always, to find someone you love, tell them you love them. Peace and
goodwill to men.
Oh gosh. Be good to each other. Goodwill to men. This has been Christmas Sing-Along.
That's right. That's the first thing that popped in my head.